The Philippines faces a serious problem. That problem is corruption. It affects all levels of government. From local officials to high-ranking politicians, corruption is rampant. This issue has plagued the nation for decades. It undermines trust in the government. It also hinders economic growth and development. Corruption takes many forms. Bribery is common. So is the misuse of public funds. Government contracts are often awarded unfairly. This favors cronies and relatives. This lack of transparency breeds distrust among Filipinos. The impact of corruption is felt by ordinary citizens. It results in poor public services. Hospitals lack essential supplies. Schools are underfunded and overcrowded. Roads remain in disrepair. This corruption discourages foreign investment. It also perpetuates poverty. The fight against corruption is ongoing. Journalists and activists play a vital role. They expose corrupt practices. They demand accountability. However, they often face threats and intimidation. Despite the risks, they continue to fight for a more transparent and accountable government. Elections are the cornerstone of a democracy. They give citizens the power to choose their leaders. However, in the Philippines, elections have been marred by allegations of rigging. Vote buying is a persistent issue. Powerful politicians use their influence to manipulate results. This undermines the integrity of the electoral process. There have been numerous reports of irregularities during elections. These include missing ballots and tampered vote counting machines. In some cases, witnesses have come forward to testify about electoral fraud. However, prosecutions are rare. This lack of accountability perpetuates a culture of impunity. The rigging of elections has serious consequences. It allows corrupt officials to stay in power. This perpetuates a cycle of corruption and impunity. It also undermines public trust in democracy. When people believe that their votes don't matter, they become disillusioned. The fight for fair and honest elections is crucial. Citizen watchdog groups play a vital role in monitoring elections. They document irregularities and advocate for electoral reforms. International observers also help to ensure transparency. The Philippine government has taken some steps to address corruption. Anti-corruption agencies have been established. Whistleblower protection laws have been enacted. However, implementation remains weak. Corrupt officials often evade justice. The Office of the Ombudsman is responsible for investigating and prosecuting corruption cases. However, it faces a huge backlog of cases. This slows down the justice process. It also allows corrupt officials to remain in office. Despite these challenges, there have been some successes in the fight against corruption. Several high-profile officials have been convicted. These include a former president and a chief justice. These convictions send a strong message that corruption will not be tolerated. Civil society organizations play a crucial role in the fight against corruption. They raise awareness about the issue. They also monitor government activities and advocate for reforms. Their work is essential in holding the government accountable. Section 4, Online Casinos, a new avenue for corruption. The rise of online casinos in the Philippines has raised concerns about corruption. These casinos operate with little regulation, making them vulnerable to money laundering and other illegal activities. There have been reports of online casinos being used to launder money from illegal drugs, gambling, and other crimes. The lack of transparency in the industry makes it difficult to track these illicit funds, posing a significant threat to the Philippine economy. The Philippine government has taken some steps to regulate online casinos. However, more needs to be done. Stronger regulations are needed to prevent money laundering and other criminal activities. The influx of foreign workers in the online casino industry has also raised concerns. These workers are often employed illegally and are subjected to exploitation and abuse. The government must address these labor issues. Section 5. The People's Fight for a Transparent Philippines. The fight against corruption in the Philippines is a collective effort. It requires the participation of all sectors of society. Citizens must demand accountability from their leaders. They must report corruption and support anti-corruption initiatives. The media plays a crucial role in exposing corruption. Journalists must continue to investigate and report on corrupt practices. They must hold the powerful accountable. The fight against corruption is not easy. It requires courage, determination, and perseverance. But it is a fight worth fighting. A corruption-free Philippines is essential for a just and prosperous society. The journey towards a transparent Philippines is long and arduous, but with the collective efforts of the government, civil society, and ordinary citizens, a brighter future is possible. Together, Filipinos can overcome this challenge and build a nation free from the grip of corruption.